So I have a question for you. What is something that you wish you knew before you started playing Yu-Gi-Oh? Well, that's exactly what I asked everybody in Team APS today. I wanted to get their answers. What are the things that they wish somebody told them? What's maybe an instance where that came up? Something that people maybe should know before they start playing the game. Before we hop in, of course, be sure to give the video a thumbs up and also hit the notification bell if you aren't already. Check out Ridge Wallets, they sponsored today's video. And stick around to the end, you might learn something cool.
Well, I kind of wish people had told me that cards had value. I mean, when I was just getting into the game, to me it was just pieces of paper with fun colors and monsters on them. I didn't know that there was a monetary value to any of that stuff. I didn't know really that one was really better than the other, except for what I liked. So like when kids at my first ever like event wanted to trade my rarest and best cards for a giant bag of what is basically trash, I accepted the deal because I'm like, I'm trading one for a bunch. That's a win-win for me. But really, I just ended up losing cards that probably would have been more useful to hold on to in the long run. So yeah, I wish someone would have warned me about that.
I guess how addictive it is to buy packs and open them in the anticipation of not knowing what you're gonna get and finding out. Larry in a hole, say less. But I guess that's my thing, because once I kind of get started once I've gotten started, you know, in the Yu-Gi-Oh scene, buying packs has been like a really big thing for me. And now I can't go to any sort of store or even to the shop just like normally, like, oh hey, I'm here to see how everybody's doing, without like, okay, who got cards? What the cards at? What you got? What sets you got? You got some packs? How much these packs? And I'm gonna get one or two of them. Do I need them? Heck no. Am I gonna pull anything? Probably not, but I can't help it. Gotta buy packs, gotta get cards. Need that cardboard.
I wish I'd known how it becomes a part of your daily routine. There were many times where I got upset with how a game went or how a tournament went, and I caught myself quitting, and then all of a sudden I had a ton of free time on my hands, and I quickly found myself playing Yu-Gi-Oh! All over again. It becomes habitual, building a deck, testing a deck, going to locals, trading, dueling. It's a whole lifestyle.
Something that I wish I'd known about Yu-Gi-Oh! Before I started playing is actually how difficult it is to quit. This is something that like everybody jokes about in this community, you know, you never truly quit Yu-Gi-Oh! They're not lying. It's actually really hard to permanently let go of Yu-Gi-Oh! I remember when I was a kid, like maybe in second grade when I got into it, I played, you know, for a few years, and that was like completely casually like nostalgia. But then I got back into the game around like 8th or 9th grade, and since then, like, I've had points where I have tried to quit Yu-Gi-Oh! Or let go, but like even when I'm not like actively playing, it's just so hard to truly escape this game, because either, you know, your friends still play, and if you want to be friends with your friends, you eventually will kind of get dragged back into the card shop, or Konami will release support for like that one archetype that you really, really like, and as much as you want to say like, oh, I'm done with this, but then it's like, oh, but I really liked Medolce, now they're getting a new card. Or, you know, even when you try to sell all of your cards, there's like one card you want to keep, you know, like it's your favorite. And so I think with Yu-Gi-Oh, just actually quitting is tough. So you could say that maybe that's a bad thing, maybe it's really addictive and dangerous, but I also think that that's probably the best part about the game. But I do wish it's something that somebody had told me first.
I wish I would have known that this game, like anything else, does take commitment and time. You can't just jump in and be good. Like, just going to buy the cards you need, to build a deck, to play, it's not really how you win. Like, you do have to actually think, work out combos, invest your time, try to learn different matchups, how to play around people that's trying to stop your deck. That it's not necessarily pay to win, and it's not also necessarily easy. That it is a game that involves thinking.
Something I figured out, I'm gonna say when I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh, was how the ban list worked according to, well, not how it worked according to, but how it worked along with like the value of cards. And what I mean by that is, essentially what happens a lot of times is you'll go out, you'll hop in, you'll spend a lot of money on this game, a lot of your good hard-earned money. And what tends to happen is a lot of times if you buy stuff that's like highly playable, it always runs the risk of getting banned. People who've been playing for a while, they know this, but a lot of people who are just getting into the game, they'll come in, they'll have a good amount of money in their pocket sometimes, and they'll just want to go crazy with buying cards. But they shouldn't really do that. They should kind of try to learn a little bit more about the meta, you know, what's upcoming in the game, things like that, and then make their purchase decisions based on that type of stuff. Because if you just base it off of what's winning right now and that's what you're gonna buy, a lot of times you're gonna end up hopping into the game, spending a lot of money, and then you're gonna end up losing a lot of value later on because of the ban list.
I wish I had known how much of a brotherhood I would have come into with a lot of people that I met. I had friends when I was younger, but a lot of the friends that I made here in the game are friends that are now part of my personal life, and these are friends, like I said, I've been playing the game for 18 years, so these are friends that have carried on for a very long time. Probably, I can only think of maybe about 5 of them for the full 18 years, but also I'm older than a lot of people. But just to know that it's a brotherhood, like Yu-Gi-Oh is like it's a sport thing, it's a hobby, it's therapy. I mean, it's so much. It's math. I mean, it's statistics. It's a lot of things. If I had known that Yu-Gi-Oh was as diverse as it is, in its own right, just as a card game, for being much more than just a card game, I would have done more to get more people into it. And it's crazy now because I joke now when I tell people, hey, you know, if you're not in Yu-Gi-Oh, don't get into it. And, you know, I kind of mean that to an extent because it has gotten a little more complex when you play competitively, at least. But I think that the game itself is just ever flourishing. It's a great thing to get into. It's a great thing to be a part of. And even though, like in 2020, we haven't had a lot of events or whatever because, you know, the whole situation. But outside of that, like, the game is still going strong. We still got, you know, we still have online tournaments, and some like them, some don't. But product is still coming out. There's still new cards and things. There's still so much to do with this game that we know that it's not going to be over. Because, you know, people can talk about how the community is toxic, and there are some toxic people. But as a whole, my experience with Yu-Gi-Oh is very positive, and I can only thank the people that I've met from the game with that. So I do thank Konami for the game because I've met some great people, but I thank everybody that I've met as well for making my life just as great because you guys are great. So, I mean, I just wish I knew Yu-Gi-Oh would be awesome because Yu-Gi-Oh is awesome, hands down. If you don't feel like that way, you should quit. That's on you. I think Yu-Gi-Oh is awesome. Whether you're playing it, whether you're watching it, whether you're just talking about it.
Alright, so that's going to be the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something. If you're an existing Yu-Gi-Oh player, I definitely want to hear what else you kind of wish people had told you before you started playing Yu-Gi-Oh. If you are considering getting into the game, definitely do. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully this video was helpful for you too. And hopefully you guys have had awesome holidays. Hopefully you've had a good year. 2020 has definitely been crazy, but at least for Team APS as a channel, it's been really nice. So we're actually doing a 20% off sale right now on our Teespring store. You can get any of these attribute shirts or hoodies. They come in like all the different attributes, all the different colors. Use the code APS2020 to get a discount. Really awesome, lasts till the end of the year. And the last thing is we're gonna be giving away a Yu-Gi-Oh prize pack to one lucky viewer with some of the coolest products that came out in 2020. Thanks to Konami, you're gonna be able to win a Phantom Rage box, a Rage of Ra box, and a 2020 Tin of Lost Memories. Drop a like if you're interested in that and head on over to Twitter, follow us where there will be more details. And that's gonna be it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'm looking forward to hearing your responses in the comments. We'll see you guys in 2021 with plenty more awesome, fun Yu-Gi-Oh content. Pass turn.